Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Xfinity. Call 1-800-XFINITY today for a great offer. Ram Chucks. Ram 1500 is Motor Trend's 2014 Truck of the Year and first ever back-to-back champion. And by Meijer. Spring is almost here. Come into Meijer and save on everything you need to refresh your home, wardrobe, and yard.
We'll get you back to Ken and Mickey in Columbus in just a few moments as we welcome you back inside the Fox Sports Detroit offices. Our temporary location as the studio gets a facelift, puck drop between the Wings and the Jackets, is coming your way in just a couple of moments. But one guy we're expecting big things from tonight is Niklas Kronwall as he leads the Wings D. Ice Time is brought to you by Motor City Casino Hotel, and despite being slammed into the boards head first in Minnesota, then taking a puck to the hand on Sunday, Kronwall still finished both games and averaged 22 minutes and 15 seconds over those two games. His season average, 24 minutes and 17 seconds. Considering the beating he took in both games, what does that say about his compete level and his desire to play right now at this time of year, Darren?
That's quiet leadership. And the other thing that's going on here, the dynamic is Brendan Smith's playing with him, so they're backing off the minutes a little bit there because Dan DeKeyser and Kyle Quincy are taking up more minutes in a defensive posture against the opposition's top players. Last game, because it was back-to-back, the spread was 16 minutes from Lashoff up to 22. So it was really as much ice time as you'll see in terms of spreading it out evenly between six defensemen as we've seen all year.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Nyquist and Jimmy Howard a lot over the past 2 weeks, but really, Niklas Kronwall is the most important guy. And when he went down, it was a sigh of relief when he got back up, but the whole bench was worried. Everybody was worried. If you lose Niklas Kronwall, he's the rock on that team. And if he's out for any given amount of time, long, that's a lot of trouble. And to have him back, the minute he got back, you could see it energized the team.
Yeah, it did.
And they played a lot better once they realized, wow, he came back from hit like that, and they played great the rest of the way.
Well, these two teams were tied at 1 in the middle of the third period 2 weeks ago. The Wings ended up losing 4-1 tonight. They'll roll back into C-Bus looking for some revenge. Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond have the call. Puck drop is next, everybody. Enjoy the game.
Thank you, Trevor. Hello again, everyone, from Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Two teams who both had yesterday off following a busy weekend. Our goaltenders tonight are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers and Jimmy Howard on the eve of his 30th birthday tomorrow. His first appearance against Columbus this season, making a 7th straight start. Sergei Bobrovsky making a 19th consecutive start. His past 3 losses in regulation time. But on Sunday, his team didn't help him, getting shut out on the island. Our referees are Rob Martell and Chris Rooney, and we're underway with David Legwand starting up front with Daniel Alfredsson and Johan Franzen, Brandon Dubinsky, number 17, Matt Calvert, number 11, and Cam Atkinson, who was a healthy scratch against Detroit last time in here, number 13. As it's in back of the goal for Franzen, who gets one ahead for Daniel Alfredsson. Tried to chip it out of the zone, it didn't go. These two teams played a tight match through 2 last time in here, and the 4-1 losses Trevor mentioned. Calvert in front, off the stick of Jimmy Howard, and out of play, so the face-off will come up to his left. As the Jackets Calvert, they need scoring from him for sure, along with Nathan Horton, just 1 goal the past 21 games between shot in, and Howard's got that one off a face-off win by Columbus. James Wisniewski with the shot.
One thing right there, Ken, you saw on the face-offs is Detroit got out face-offs on Sunday against Minnesota. They didn't like it, and they spent most of the game chasing the puck instead of controlling it right off the face-off circle. So they win this one.
And it's back for Brendan Smith as Bertuzzi interfered with Wisniewski, and there's going to be a penalty, and that won't make Todd Bertuzzi feel any better. He arrived here just after the noon hour today and just got in the back end of a skate. He was felled by the flu after the game against Minnesota on Saturday afternoon. He said, boy, it came out of nowhere and just rocked me, and he is far from 100% tonight.
So did this high stick come out of nowhere. Oh, you see what happened? He didn't even, James Wisniewski skated right into it. Bertuzzi wasn't even looking at it. Not 4 minutes, but 2, but about as weird a play as you're going to get. No cut for James Wisniewski. That's a good thing. But Red Wings shorthanded right off the hop here. And they win the draw again by Glendening.
Who's out there with Miller. De Kaiser and Kronwall on the backside. Brought on here by Wisniewski, who's 20 power play points to lead the team. Umberger with 9 power play goals. It comes back to the line, and Jack Johnson settles it down at center. Former Michigan Wolverine from 05 to 07. Johnson carries to center and dropped one back for Nathan Horton. For Ryan Johansson, 27 goals to lead the team and 52 points. Failing to keep it in as Johnson, as Miller goes after him. He'll slide one over for Wisniewski. Ryan Johansson on the right wing. Cuts toward the goal, takes the shot. Howard to save the rebound, scores! Johansson knocked it in. The Jackets' first power play goal in 37 attempts. Breaking an 0 for 36 slide going back 10 games.
That's how you score goals, boy, to go to the front of the net like that in that traffic. And that's exactly what he did. He just followed his shot up. And everybody else who's paying attention to other people, working to the net, follows it up. And early in this hockey game, a minute and 35 in, Columbus has a 1-0 lead.
28 goals for Johansson. Only Rick Nash and Jeff Sanderson have more goals as a Blue Jacket. So a power play goal, a rare one for Columbus. As Riley Sheahan tries to get through, couldn't get around Prout. As Sheahan's out there with Nyquist and Tatar, this line's been great with 9 goals and 14 points the past 5 games. Yes, Gustav Nyquist has many of those, but the line has been terrific. They give Nyquist the puck. Delayed there at center by Umberger. Johnson goes back to get it. The Red Wings in a change, and the Blue Jackets follow suit. They have the first 4 shots of this game. Prout with a pass in, tipped by Mark Letestu, former Western Michigan Bronco. Letestu put it in back of the goal, number 55. Out there along with Blake Como, number 14. As the Red Wings shot that, Helm did from his own side of center. So this will be icing, and the faceoff will come back into Red Wing territory. Down 1-0 as Darren Helm plays his 3rd consecutive game in the Red Wings lineup after missing time with that concussion. Missed 8 games out with that head injury. As you look at 47-year-old Todd Richards, the 6th Columbus Blue Jacket head coach. He was also a head coach 2 years with the Minnesota Wild and an assistant coach for Team USA in Sochi. Jenner and Wisniewski picking up the assists. Wisniewski maybe should get the primary assist because he was the one who walked into the high stick from Todd Bertuzzi.
Yeah, right.
And his first NHL shift out there is number 57 for the Red Wings, Mitch Callahan. And that was a short shift indeed as he'll go back to the bench. And as the Red Wings switch up here with Leguan out there with Alfredsson and Franzen, who plays one ahead. Franzen looking for his first goal in 9 games. He's overdue. Comes back to the line for De Kaiser with a shot. And with Leguan right there claiming interference, Bobrovsky will hold on. So Mitch Callahan, the first Red Wing in history to wear number 57. Our local Toyota dealers brings you the scouting report on the 6-footer. Probably a middleweight fighter, you'd say. Mitch Callahan likes to mix it up.
He does. He's gotten a lot of penalties, even way back. This will be an icing in his days with the Kelowna Rockets in the Western Canada Junior League. But he had 2 decent years in Grand Rapids. But this year, my God, he's taken right off from 11 goals to 25 before the season's over. So he does like to stick his nose in there, and I'll bet you he'll be doing that before this night's over.
8th Red Wing to make his NHL debut this season. Pulkkinen and Ferraro and Corey Emerton are all back in Grand Rapids. Emerton was sent down this afternoon to the Griffins.
The cross-check and Foligno, and Bertuzzi comes over to give him a stick on Glendening, knocked his helmet off.
We don't count such things, but that must be the third or fourth time the past 3 games Glendenning's lost his helmet.
Yeah,
he must do it up in Bertuzzi-like fashion, not very tightly.
He probably doesn't like it and doesn't mind playing without it. Good
Looks
for him.
good. Old-time hockey.
Good for him.
Atkinson. The diminutive forward, just 5'8", but a good one. It was quite the scoring streak against Detroit, and yet the Jackets scratched Atkinson last meeting. They've had some healthy scratches, Columbus, including Umberger for a couple of games.
Under icing. Yep.
This will come back into Columbus territory. We'll look at Luke Glendening. And there's another one of the 8 who've made his debut. The most since the Red Wings, Mick, had 14 players make their NHL debut back in the 90-91
Look at
season.
the cross-check at 3. Knocks him down, up 4, 5. Here comes Bertuzzi to say, hey, enough of that stuff. It's Dubinsky. I'm sorry, I thought it was Foligno. And Dubinsky's a tough guy. They tried to rough up Detroit here 2 weeks ago, and I'm sure Callahan's aware of that coming into the lineup tonight. That's where Como broke the ribs of Yurko. He whacked Brendan Smith. No penalty. Well, I don't think it was even penalty. There was a 2-minute penalty, I think, on the play. He ended up getting a review and a 2-game suspension at the time from the league, rightfully so. And I don't think the Red Wings had in mind that they wanted to be pushed around like that again. There's that hit on Smith.
Howard will leave it there for Quincy. Fired back in as the Kaiser goes back to get it. This will go off Crowden down the ice. I mentioned the 8 Red Wings to make their debut, the most since 14 in 90-91. The last time the Red Wings had that many in one season make their NHL debut, that was the year that the Red Wings playoff streak of 22 consecutive years began back in 90-91. So maybe this is a good thing for the streak to continue to 23 with this many new Red Wings in the lineup. Johnson holds on, gives back here to Savard. Savard going wide with it. David Savard in back of the goal with it. Savard will shoot one off a body. Comes back to the near side, and Anisimov back to Savard. Hit his own man. It was knocked down. Then turnaround shot, getting it again. Umberger. Good pick there by Callahan. Callahan's been used as a penalty killer, too, for Jeff Blashill in Grand Rapids, so he knows the defensive side of the game. Good cut back by Helm. Helm cuts to the middle. He's hooked. There's going to be a penalty coming here as the Red Wings are going to go to a Bell Tire power play, looking to get even in this game just as the Jackets got their goal.
Well, this whole thing
advantage
started with Callahan making a good defensive play just inside the Red Wing blue line as Columbus was going to get a grade A scoring chance, and without taking a penalty, number 57 hooked the stick away, and away went the Red Wings to the other end. That results in this hooking call, I believe, to the Blue Jackets. So let's see if Detroit can return the favor after. There's the play right there. Nice defensive play and a big one right in the slot with Umberger going to the net.
So with Nick Schultz, who's playing his first game in 6 after 5 being a healthy scratch, he's in for Nikita Nikitin tonight. So the Red Wings on the power play. Brought on here by Kronwall. Columbus penalty killing is 16th.
They got
Nearly stolen as McKenzie went searching for that puck. Red Wings power play tied for 16th. They're both middle of the pack. Power play and penalty killing as Nyquist had to go off his stick.
Pretty good.
Make the play back though here to Kronwall. Now for Alfredson. Alfredson a wire one. Oh, good save. Bobrovsky and cleared by Wisniewski.
That's pretty good. Tied for middle of the pack, but you don't have number 13 or number 40 in the lineup.
By the way, this is the 60th game, 60th time this season. The Red Wings will be without 13 and 40, either one or the other or both together. Pavel Datsyuk, as mentioned off the top, skating again. So whether he returns next week or the week after remains to be seen, but hopefully sooner rather than later. Here's a race for the puck as Calvert goes after it. Matt Calvert spin around back, but getting it is to Kaiser. As much as Datsyuk skating again, Henrik Zetterberg will meet the media tomorrow after practice to update on his progress, on how things are going in his return. Tatar. Got bumped by Johnson. Good play back to Kaiser into the middle. Pushed back here by Legwand to Tatar. Tatar waits, looking for someone to get open. Kindle near side to De Kaiser. Big rebound.
Great stop.
And Sheahan was just turned the wrong way.
Huge save right there on a redirection by Sheahan.
The Red Wings want to change here as the penalty is now over with Nick Schultz coming out of the box for Columbus. Quincy will turn back, didn't like the formation. Brendan Smith played 19 to 22 minutes the past 3 games alongside Nick Kronwall. Has been very good, very poised as Brendan Smith being of late. The outlet play didn't get through by Johansson. Then Tootin tied up Miller. Glendening. Drew Miller's got the puck for Brendan Smith. Good stutter step to get away from Boone Jenner. Miller shoved to the boards. Now coming out of that fray with the puck on his stick. Back to the line for Quincy into the corner. And again it'll be Glendening doing some work. Luke Glendening kicked it along. Met there by Tootin, their best shutdown man for Columbus. Helm will circle the goal. Now gets a shot. And Bobrovsky couldn't find it cleanly, but did have it in that paraphernalia, and he'll hang on to it. 1-0 Blue Jackets from Columbus. There's the first star of last week in the National Hockey League, Gus Nyquist, and asked about his success of late.
I haven't thought about it too much. I mean, I don't think you should, and I'm just going to try to do my best out there. Doesn't matter who scores, really. We're in real bad need of points right now, and that's what matters. So, huge game tonight.
He's become the small man's Johan Franzen, Ken, putting the puck in the back of the net. While Franzen's a little bit cold right now, Nyquist has taken off with all those goals, and huge as they have been. Boy.
Goals in all 4 games, 6 goals. That's why his first star of the week, and he set up Daniel Alfredsson's overtime winning goal with virtually no time left.
We got him listed at 5'11", but only 185 pounds, and Johan Franzen 6'3", 225. So if the big guy, the mule, can find a way to get it going again on a semi-hot basis, look out.
Henrik Lundqvist, who set the wins record and shutouts for the New York Rangers second star, and Jerome McGinley, still going really well. And for Gustav Nyquist, again, his 18 goals since January 20th, most in the National Hockey League. And remember, that followed an 8-game goal drought at that point. So 23 goals on the year. He's never scored more than that at any level, including Grand Rapids, where he scored 23, so he's tied his personal best.
Well, I don't think it's a surprise anymore. He's doing it. Look out.
He looked for another one and just sent it wide, nearly at number 24. And a great opportunity, and smartly set up there by Tatar.
What I was going to say was he's not surprising anybody anymore. They know what he can do. So he's doing it under the most difficult conditions. Because the opposition knows they got to watch out for him, and that's when it really gets tough to repeat what you've done before.
38 points in 46 games. 40 points in 46 games for Nyquist. Leg one back of the net. To the line for Quincy, and behind for Legwand again for Daniel Alfredsson. To the slot, Franzen save. Bobrovsky gathered in here by Calvert. Missed 26 games due to injury this year. An 11-game goal drought. Turning is Atkinson in front, tipped and just wide. Legwand over to get it. Legwand joking with me this morning. Well, I'm used to this. And I said, what's that? He goes, pressure to make the playoffs. I did it every year with Nashville.
Okay.
This is run of the mill.
Yeah.
So
that's
he's
a good
at
thing.
it again. Yeah. Great thing.
He looks like, I know he hasn't been, but boy, he hasn't missed a beat coming in here.
No. Smith at the point. Blocker save. Bobrovsky rebound. Good try there for Callahan. 25 goals, as we showed you, in Grand Rapids for Callahan. His parents, Mike and Kelly, are at the game tonight. Callahan finished his check, and we'll hear from his father, Mike, when we come back from our next commercial timeout. So stay with us to hear from California Mike, born in Toronto. We got a penalty upcoming here, and Brendan Smith arguing the case, so he'll go to the box. It'll be a Jackets power play when we come back, and we'll hear from Mike Callahan when we return as well.
John Keating back in Columbus with proud father Mike Callahan. What's it like watching Mitch take the ice for his first NHL game?
You know, it's a dream come true as a father. Growing up, taking your kid to the rink every day. It's a dream to watch him one day play in the NHL, and that dream has been realized for me today, and I'm a proud father today.
How tough was the scramble to get from your home in Los Angeles here to Columbus?
It was pretty tough. You got the call yesterday. I got the call about 9 o'clock. I started scrambling for flights. Flew out of LA at 5:45 this morning. I landed here 3:25 Columbus time. Took me 5 hotels to find a room, and so here I am. But I'm happy as can be.
Congratulations to the family. Enjoy the game.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, Kenny, back to you.
Thank you, John. And unfortunately, Mitch's mom, Kelly, is under the weather and couldn't be here tonight. So that's too bad. You know, she'd want to be here.
Now, before we get to what's going on the ice, I love these stories when these kids come to the NHL. In our day, parents couldn't get around. They had to listen by radio or whatever. But God bless them, these kids and their dads and their moms taking them to the rink at all hours of the day and night. It's a great story for young players. 0.5%, I'm told, of players that ever put a pair of skates on skate in the NHL. That's incredible, so God bless them, and good to see him up here. The family here, too. 4-on-4, Ken.
Saved by Bobrovsky as Nathan Horton's in the box for holding, offsetting the penalty to Brendan Smith. So it was a very short-lived power play there for the Blue Jackets, which is now all even. Helm turning with it. Helm left it there for Quincy, as without a stick now gets it back, Brandon Dubinsky. Helm goes in to finish his check on James Wisniewski. And then stolen and Helm's going to get a penalty.
Wow. This is really the new rule until I see it again. It was going to create a scoring chance, and I'm wondering if that's why they made this call. And you can be the judge when you see it again, whether you think it really is a good hooking call or not.
Yep, he got the gloves. They'll call it every time.
You know I disagree.
I know. I'm not
whether the glove
saying
or not.
whether it's... But
he really never hooked him. He lifted his stick, but he hit the glove.
But when you get the glove,
this is the problem I have with this parallel junk. And if just because you get the glove, everybody's looking for a penalty.
But if they're consistent and everyone knows it, that's what they're calling. So it's a 4-on-3 power play here for Columbus, as Wisniewski, who's got a rocket back there, didn't step into one that time. Now they set him up again. Blocked by Lashoff from Johansson, who's out there with Anisimov and Jack Johnson. Johnson with it.
He wants a shot.
Wisniewski does too. Wired it wide.
This is a really critical situation. Early in this game, already down 1-0, and two teams that are right on the playoff bubble.
Wisniewski, 34 assists to lead Columbus. Johnson didn't get what he wanted on it.
Jimmy Howard hurt. Oh boy.
Conwell able to clear it.
Slow to get up on that one, Ken.
Johansson, who's got a power play goal already tonight, is 28th of the season. Team leader in shots. Into the glove of Howard, with Johansson going to the goal. And Howard, who looked shaken up, you're right, Mick, on that last attempt on him.
If Jack Johnson gets anything on this shot, it's 2-0. And Howard really, I mean, this is doing the splits, I'm going to tell you. Oh, jump. He was very, very slow to get up on that one. Johnson's got a good slap shot and a good wrist shot, as does Wisniewski. Both of those guys are at the point.
A race forward, back of the net, getting there first is Atkinson. 4-on-3 manpower advantage for Columbus. Johnson down low with it. Dubinsky in front, they score. Atkinson's side of the net.
That hurts with 4 seconds left in the Brendan Smith penalty. Wow. Nicely set up, though, by Columbus. And you got the isolation down below. And that may have gone in off Dan DeKeyser.
I think so.
He never got there. Yeah, it did, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be Dubinsky's goal. Bad break for the Red Wings. They're down now 2-0. So DeKeyser does his job in taking the pass away. Just shakes his head, as you might imagine. Got an unlucky break with the puck going right through into the net. Been a lot of that lately.
We got fortunate against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's his 15th for Brandon Dubinsky, the former Ranger, and 98th career goal for him. So another power play goal And now for a short time, it'll be again Columbus back on the power play once more. With Darren Helm still having 20 seconds remaining in his penalty. Foligno moved it through. Out of the corners, R.J. Umberger back to Savard. Savard has it again, looks across to Nisimov. Another former Ranger. It's met there by Kronwall.
He just got away with a much, much bigger hook than Darren Helm. Wrong side of the ice, I guess, for the referee. I don't think they make that call if it's not leading to Bertuzzi going to a scoring chance, but nonetheless, they paid the price for it.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, that's how referees will think. Sometimes it's situational, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Long pass ahead as Letestu. Race for it with Smith. Quincy saw the hit coming from Blake Como. Off fronts and skate.
Number 21.
Carried back in by McKenzie. And Howard will gobble that up on the belly pad and hold on for a face-off. Shots are 7-5 Detroit, but Columbus leads by 2. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
This game break brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Capitals taking on the Kings tonight in D.C. Troy Brouwer finds Alex Ovechkin, and Alex Ovechkin finds the back of the net, his second goal of the period, and the Caps lead at 2-0. Same score in favor of the Blue Jackets as we send you back to Columbus.
And Mick, Jack Johnson assisted on that last Columbus Blue Jackets goal, and nice to know that his former coach at the University of Michigan, Red Berenson, is going to coach the Wolverines for at least one more year. Could stay a couple. I know his contract runs that long, but going to go at least one more. And 2 years running now, no NCAA tourney after 22 straight years for the Wolverines, but Red's still going to be at the helm, and I know Jack was happy to hear that. But, the Red Baron's not going anywhere right now.
Well, they're disappointed for sure that they didn't move on. They thought they could have done that. Were expected to do it, that's for sure. But Penn State, pretty good showing for themselves.
Shocking, yes. Big upsets.
That's hockey, eh?
Yeah.
You never know, but you got to play the game.
Smith tied up by Jenner, able to kick it along. Sheahan for Nyquist. Kronwall, 10th in NHL defense points. Pulling it back with a shot, and good play by Tatar. Nyquist scores again! Gus Nyquist, side of the net, with Sheahan making the play, and the Red Wings are back in it at 2-1.
Well, they had to score the next goal in this hockey game. Wait till you see the play that Riley Sheahan made on this play. It was a mix-up in the middle of the ice. Tatar gets loose puck, goes to the net with it, and Sheahan gets knocked down, plays it to number 14 off his feet. Look at this. You can't draw this up. Tatar, as he does, comes up with a loose puck with a lot bigger guys around, and Riley Sheahan has got the presence while getting knocked on his can to make a play back, and Nyquist with his foot shoves it to his stick, and it's in the back of the net. You don't get any hotter than that. 3 young players again.
8 goals the past, 5 games in 15 minutes for Gus Nyquist, and 24 on the season, a personal best for him at any level for Gus Nyquist. Atkinson. Back to the point to Tootin, and a shot whistled wide. Held in at the line. Played by Wisniewski to keep it in. Then the Red Wings able to recover, and then Dubinsky couldn't keep it in. So Wisniewski played one ahead. Tapped back by Quincy. And Wisniewski again, former 5th round pick of Chicago in 02. Tipped through by Artem Anisimov. Kindle nearly gave it away.
Whoa, baby.
That went off the skate of Miller, and this will be icing.
Oh, that's one of those plays that you look up and you see your teammate there, his stick's on the ice, but you don't anticipate the opposition color getting their stick that close to your puck, and it's going to be turned over inside the line. That was scary dangerous. And another look at the goal. Tatar, who comes up with pucks when he's not supposed to. His size with big guys all around him, and he's like the guy at the hunting camp with a lot bigger guys coming up with that lot pork chalk on the tape. Boy, oh boy. He's amazing.
RJ Umberger left it there for Anisimov out there along with number 71, Nick Foligno. Getting to that puck and moving it ahead. That was Glendening for Miller. Trying to get past the Bard, in deep for Schultz, who got sandwiched there by Bertuzzi, and Miller got the worst of it. He's hurt. Miller's down at the other end of the ice. He got sandwiched there.
And they don't like it.
As Bertuzzi and Miller made the hit together. And the Blue Jackets player Schultz escaped, but his stick came up and got Miller undetected. And Drew Miller's hurt. Obviously cut.
Well, usually, I'm going to put it this way, just a cut is not a bad thing as opposed to all the other things that could happen. What? Oh my goodness. Got a cross-check right in the mouth.
That's the high stick, and when you think
no
what
kidding.
Bertuzzi got earlier in the game on Wisniewski.
No kidding.
But that was not detected.
I mean, how can you not detect that? 4 guys on the ice, the stick's up in the air, waving it around like a baton, and he hits him the handle of the shaft right in the chin. Boy, that's an IOU one, I'll tell you right now. They're playing it on the big board here. They won't be happy about that. Even the referees can see that.
Well, he's letting him know right now.
No kidding.
Do your job, he says. Do your job.
He normally doesn't say a whole lot.
No.
That's an Ozzy. I'll guarantee you that.
An Ozzy or a nosy?
An Ozzy. I owe you one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Callahan with Anderson and Helm. Oh!
Jeez.
As the Red Wings change, good job by Smith as Kindle came over, and Smith went flying on his back off the change into the Red Wing bench. I hope he's not hurt. My goodness, that was one of the stranger changes you'll see, but heads up, literally.
Did you ever touch the boards?
I don't know. He went flying right in there, did Brendan Smith. All to escape a too many men on the ice penalty because he knew it might have been coming.
God bless him for being 23 years old.
Wow, did he? Oh, my.
I mean, it did look funny, and he looks like he's okay, but oh, gee.
We'll get you a look at that as Bobrovsky will play it around, and Johnson able to knock it down, got checked, stayed with it.
Tatar
Moves on it again, yep. Nyquist looked back for Tatar. Nyquist played it in. There's Shane using that big body, Riley Shane. Cleared to the near boards and taken by the slumping Nathan Horton. Just 1 assist the last 6 games for him. Howard will just hold on. So let's show you how not to make a line change. Although they did a good job. Top left of your screen. Watch the top left off the change right here. Now watch Brendan Smith go in. Oops.
He never touched the board. I didn't think he. The only thing he touched the boards with his right hand.
He was flying.
You got to be a high jumper, Brendan. Way to go.
Well done.
Holy jumping. He completely scaled the boards and landed on his rear end on half the bench. That's where that's dangerous. Holy jumping.
That's taking one for the team.
All because he wanted his feet off the ice.
Right.
Or it might have been too many men.
Could have been, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Which means Kindle went on too early.
That's right.
Miller back already.
Yeah, that's good. It was Miller time to be worked on for a short time. Smith kept it in. Miller got back to take out his man as Kronwall put it back for Brendan Smith and to work with a bouncing puck. Able to play one back goal for Kronwall. Todd Bertuzzi, as mentioned, battling a horrendous flu. I went up to talk to Todd this morning. He said, stay away. And he might sometimes for other reasons than that, but he was being polite.
He's not staying away from the referee right now. He's really ugly about a call that wasn't made for interference behind the net.
Well, see the Wings take on an original 6 rival, the Boston Bruins, whose 12-game winning streak came to an end last night. The Red Wings and Bruins Wednesday, April 2nd, 8 o'clock. First 7,500 fans get a Red Wings, known courtesy of Fox Sports Detroit. For tickets, call 313-471-7575 now. Ticket executives are standing by. And the Red Wings have defeated Boston twice this season, and both were in the midst of 4-game winning streaks for Detroit. We lost the other one to the Bruins early in October, but they've had pretty good luck with Boston, who've had great luck with most of the National Hockey League since, running away with the East. Lashoff with a shot. Goes high over top of the goal. With a minute to go here in period number 1. Shots are now 10-6 Detroit. Kendall not going around to a near side. Columbus is 2 for 4 in their power play tonight. Red Wings 0 for 1. So you figure some chances may be coming Detroit's way. Tutin got hit there by Leguan. Moved here to Foligno. R.J. Umberger goes wide with it. A healthy scratch twice over the past week for the first time in his career. R.J. Umberger. There's Todd Richards trying to send some messages for a Columbus team that was so far into the playoffs not that long ago.
Well, everything
late now, 2 back of Detroit.
Everything was going right for them. It's just one of those things that you go through periods of time where you can't do anything wrong. I don't care what you do or how early you get up or how late you go to bed. And now, in the last couple of weeks, they can't get anything to go right for them. And there was an example the other day in the Island when Nabokov played pretty well, but Columbus couldn't find any way to score. That's the roller coaster of the game of hockey sometimes, and right now Detroit's trying to keep that going for Columbus.
And Nick Cronwall will guess with John Keating. Columbus gets a couple of power play goals in our Ram Intermission Report with Darren, Ozzie, and Mickey. Welcome back to Nationwide Arena. Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond with you. 3 goals in that first period, 2 on the power play by the Blue Jackets. And Tim Hortons brings you the upcoming game schedule. First, we look at the standings.
And there, the remaining schedule. We're down to that. 2.5 weeks. Big week here. Columbus tonight, Montreal at home on Thursday, then Toronto Saturday night, and then back home again to Tampa Bay, 5 o'clock puck drop on Sunday.
So, new goaltender for Columbus, Curtis McElhaney, appearing in his 25th game of the season, comes in for Sergei Bobrovsky, who must have an injury issue. You certainly couldn't blame him on the goal. No reason to change. So Todd Richards has a new goaltender in.
You know, I thought, like Jimmy Howard on that Jack Johnson attempt, I thought Bobrovsky looked a little awkward after one of the Red Wing chances there late in the period, but he really didn't show much. Let's see if that has any effect on the outcome here tonight. 2-1, 2 power play goals by the home team here has the 1-goal lead for them, and that is not an icing right off the hop.
Consecutive power play goals for Columbus after going 0 for 36 through most part of 10 games. So they get 2 in the first period. Get off the schneid in that department. The Red Wings got their goal. Gustav Nyquist 24th. Game at even strength. But the Jackets here with a chance early, and a good save by Howard. Great stop and a good opportunity for Cam Atkinson. Second on the team in shots for Columbus, had 6 when his team was shut out on the Island on Sunday. Back-to-back losses in New York. As trying to get through there was Dubinsky, didn't work. And David Leguan will turn. One of 5 Michigan natives on the Red Wings. Most ever in the Red Wing lineup. Turning back is Dalton Prout for Jack Johnson. Prout to Ryan Johansson, who is one of the 2 power play goals for Columbus. Dubinsky with the other. Boone Jenner trying to get it. 37th overall pick in 2011. Rocky with a hit if he can. Glendening got bumped there by Horton. Miller carries on as Glendening with them. Along with Bertuzzi, who's got it back of the net, interfered with by Schultz. Bertuzzi said a rough night.
A rough night.
Yeah.
And that's always the way when you got something wrong with you. And he's got the flu, and it's the worst time in the world to have a rough night. But
Giveaway there by Quincy, who recovered, checking Foligno.
How did he not get a penalty there?
Good question. Maybe because Columbus has had their share already.
Oh, come on.
They are only human. Wisniewski took the shot to the goal. Howard, I don't know if he saw it, but stopped. Miller plays ahead for Nyquist. Long shot in on McElhaney, and I'm sure the Red Wings would like to test the new Columbus goaltender early if they can.
Give it to Mikey. He likes it. Number 14's on fire. Holy jumping. Screenshot all the way. Look at Columbus in front of the net there. It's Foligno, 71. Dubinsky, 17. They look alike, both left-hand shots, both crusty. Love to go to that hard area in front of the net and do all they can to put the goaltender off his game.
Cleared by Umberger as Kindle goes back. A change here for Columbus.
They're matching up, eh? With Nyquist on with Sheahan and Tatar.
Sheahan puts it in back of the goal. Bumped there by Wisniewski. Carried on by Blake Como, who had that 2-game suspension for that hit on Brendan Smith. Nothing for the broken ribs to Thomas Jurko, who hopes to return to the Red Wing lineup at home on Thursday against Montreal.
That was a big-time cross-check, that's for sure.
Sure was, but Jurko looks good skating again and could be back next game. Como with a shot that was blocked by Lashoff. Tootin played one in behind Howard to the opposite side. Jack Johnson. And again, the Jackets, Letestu played it back. Knocked in behind by Como, who was hit by Lashoff. Played to the line. Kept in, and Prout shot. Went off the glass. Howard tried to hold on to it to get his team to settle things here. Letestu goes off as the Jackets in the midst of a change. And off the bench, they get one as Dubinsky has it. Dubinsky back of the goal. Now he'll try the other way. Prout was ready to shoot, didn't get him the puck.
Detroit's spending an awful lot of time chasing the puck here. They haven't touched it this shift.
Finally, Sheahan just golfed at it. And turning is Dubinsky. Now the Red Wings with the longer change here in period 2 will get one. And Sheahan and his mates finally get off. But a loose puck in for Dubinsky. Great sliding play by Brendan Smith. Smith again with Joachim Andersen. Anderson's second game after 6 out with a broken foot. Dalton Prout for Jack Johnson. Brendan Smith missed his intended target, Mitch Callahan, and this will be icing, and the faceoff will come back. Mentioned Jimmy Howard will celebrate his 30th birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday in advance as we look at our Flagstar Bank Star Watch, and a terrific record against the Columbus Blue Jackets for Mr. Howard.
He sure needs to add that tonight, add to it tonight.
He had won 3 straight for the first time this year before losing in overtime to Minnesota Sunday. But the Wings got that valuable point. Only 1 regulation loss, his past 6 starts. And a save percentage of just under .925 his past 4. Kept in by Schultz to Nathan Horton. Signed that big 7-year deal. Missed 40 games due to shoulder surgery, did Horton. And some are thinking he's still not fully recovered. The way it's gone for him here. As that play is offside, he's really struggled as Horton. Has 5 goals really on the season once that to-be-continued game is played against Dallas. With the Peverley incident, he did score in that night. It'll pick up with Columbus leading in that game 1-0, just like Nashville when Greg Johnson had scored with the Yuri Fisher incident. So he will have 5, but still.
They expected a whole lot more when they signed him for a long term for a lot of money.
Yep. Didn't play until January. De Kaiser, save made by McElhaney. Moving up leg one, intercepted. Open, Alfredson. Franzen couldn't bury it.
Oh, my.
He may have inadvertently put it back out the other way.
We'll have to look at that again. I think it got in his feet somehow.
The Red Wings fail to capitalize on a miscue by the Jackets in their own zone. Chipped in behind for DeKeyser. Long stretch pass, and Bertuzzi missed it. And that will be an icing charge against Detroit because of that.
Well, let's take a look. Nice play back to Alfredsson, and then what the heck does it hit in front of the net? There's a turnover by Legwand right there on the giveaway. Back to Alfredsson.
May have gone off Tootin's stick.
He kicked it with his right foot, and it went away from the net instead of towards the net.
Second try, Quincy got the puck to center. Columbus with the 2 power play goals tonight. They'd scored only 6 goals in regulation their past 5 games. Red Wings turned it over. Nyquist himself had 7 in that time. Bertuzzi just chipped it out of the air, and then Miller got knocked off stride by Prout. Brought back in by Como. 3 are up. Johnson back to Como, and too hot to handle.
Gotta shoot the puck, Jack Johnson. That may have cost him a line change by Detroit.
McKenzie had a shot stopped. Another try got blocked. Bertuzzi couldn't quite get to it.
You've mentioned it already here, the long change, and they almost got burnt on that one. One too many passes for Columbus.
Lashoff tied up his man, Helm. Miller played back for Kindle, looking for someone open. He's got Helm through the middle, coming with speed. He'll chip it in and interfered with. Then he took 2 Jackets into the boards. And Anderson moving up, along with Callahan in his first National Hockey League game, number 57. Smith will turn with it. Anderson couldn't get past Calvert. In for Callahan. He went down, lost an edge just as he shot that puck. Schultz got taken out by his number 15 counterpart, Shan. Former teammate of Callahan in Grand Rapids, but aren't they all? Tatar.
To this guy again.
Escape. He used that water buck. Goes back to the line. Nyquist let it go through his legs. Neat little play there by Gus Nyquist, and Quincy had the shot in that McElhaney will hold on to. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire. Mitch Callahan, the first Red Wing to wear number 57. Why? Because it's my favorite number, he told me with a straight face. He said he always wore 57 because his dad growing up was a great hockey player, roller hockey player, and he wore 57. But in junior, he wore number 24. I said, then why didn't you wear number 24 in Grand Rapids? He said number 24 was retired for a guy by the name of Travis Richards, who just happens to be the Blue Jackets head coach brother. Todd Richards' brother is Travis, the first number ever retired in Grand Rapids, number 24. He's got the most games played, his brother Travis in Grand Rapids, and was their captain for a lengthy period of time. So pretty neat that Mitch Callahan, wearing his favorite number 57, but couldn't wear 24, the number he wore in junior. It was interesting, though. I said, why didn't you take 57 in Grand Rapids or in junior? He said, because in junior hockey, in the American Hockey League, Mick, they don't want you wearing high numbers. They want more traditional numbers. But here, you figure 57 is a number Paul Boyer hands you, right? He says, here, take it, kid. He wanted it. So pretty neat.
Well, it really is a small world, isn't it?
Yeah.
The connection to Richards.
Play on the left wing for Jenner. Gets the return pass. Boone Jenner dropped it back. In comes Horton. With a great cup run with Boston. Puck to the near side. Johansson played it through. Wisniewski in. Saved by Howard. Rebound. Oh, and it's knocked away. Wisniewski put it in front. A whack at the puck by Johansson, and Howard will hold it.
Really good scoring chance. Albeit a bad angle for Wisniewski coming off the point, but Columbus has had the advantage here in the first 10 minutes of the second period here. And after that short side opportunity by number 21 right there, Howard got the part of the trapper and the wrist on it. Red Wings really don't want to afford being down by 2 again halfway through the hockey game.
Trout chased back there by Legwand. Kindle with a pass. Gets the return feed from Legwand. For Alfredson. He'll lift one in. 17 goals for Alfredson in this game number 60 for the 41-year-old. He has more points than his age. That's always a good thing with 43.
Yes. Like golf, right? Start getting up when you shoot your age, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm not up there yet.
What an
I'm
age
shooting
or
way
score?
past what I'm going to be when I'm 90. Here's Helm.
That's a prelude, is it?
Yes, I think so. My dad, God bless him, he was pretty good in his 90s. Still shooting about his age. That was pretty good.
You stay at it, and by the time you get there, you'll probably be breaking 90.
You think? Okay. Can only hope. Be a lot of golfing at Wabeek to get there, I'll tell you
haven't broke
that.
90 yet? Come on.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I have, just not consistently, like most of the world. Now time for the McDonald's fun fact. And Mitch Callahan, one of 6 California natives currently in the NHL. It's been about 8 or 9 of late up and down this season. And he's the second California kid to play for Detroit. The first, a defenseman for a short time back in February of 08 or so when the Red Wings had all the injuries that month when Lebda and Lilia were the top defense duo for a while. Garrett Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
Also from California. Back for Nick Schultz. For Brandon Dubinsky. Jammed to the corner there by Quincy. A lift to the stick on Calvert. Dubinsky with a shot. Didn't get what he wanted on it. Glendening angled one ahead, and Bertuzzi stumbled across the line.
Everybody's getting in his road tonight. Everything. It should be icing. No, they let it go. Okay.
Now Bertuzzi ahead for Miller. Cut off by Savard. Tootin shot by Glendening. Nyquist. He was hooked. There the linesman yelling no icing. Oh, shoved to the ice was Kronwall. Johansson put it back to the line and a race for the puck, and Tatar's got it along with Nyquist. Tootin back. Tatar shooting, save every rebound. Scores! No kicking motion. We'll wait and see. I don't think that's a kicking motion, but it goes in off Nyquist. This game's tied up at 2. They'll look at it, but I don't think Gus Nyquist's skate ever came off the ice for a kicking motion. This should be, at first glance, a good goal, but they'll get another look at it. They'll look at it back in Toronto.
First of all, they put 4 heads together at center ice. I'm not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing. Here you be the judge.
He was stopping.
Yeah, he
There
was.
was no distinct kicking motion.
At very least, he directed the puck into the net with his foot, which is allowable.
That's not a kicking motion. That's a stopping motion.
By those replays there, it should be a good goal in a tie game.
Toronto will look at it.
That angle won't give us a whole lot. But, boy, when you are hot, here's the best angle, I think, right there, yeah.
There's no kick.
Doesn't seem to be.
And next year, again, the GMs, as we spoke of, previous games, are looking at this to make anything with your skate a good goal, or certainly go to review on it, as they are now, but they may get rid of even the kicking motion.
You got a
call? Here's a call.
After review, the call on the ice stands. It went off the blue player's skate in the net.
Okay, it went off the Columbus skate.
Whoa.
So if that's the case, it's not even Nyquist's goal then. It would be, would it be Tatar's?
Yeah, it'd be Tatar's. No, this net has an issue. Went off Dan DeKaiser into the net. Really? How could that be that far off from the replays that we were looking at? Holy jump.
So
nonetheless,
Ryan Johansson skate. We're all even at 2. So Tatar, who went 8 games with no goals before scoring 2 his past 3 before tonight, now has 3 goals his past 4. So the Red Wings have come back from a 2-0 deficit, and they get that one on Curtis McElhaney, who took over for Sergei Bobrovsky, who was obviously injured or not feeling well, to start period number 2. Alfredsson gets one through to Tatar. R.J. Umberger with Nick Foligno. Umberger put it through the blue. Right back the other way, Alfredsson. Good play by Umberger to get back on him. Sheahan trying to stop Schultz, and Isamov played it. Just onside, they say, as Foligno's shot went off Kindle. In back of the goal to Artem Anisimov. On the backhand. Into the slot. A high shot. Kindle skates it out of trouble. Across center and in by Joachim Andersen. Nick Schultz reversed it. Helm had moved up. Foligno at the end of a long shift just got the center, and he'll shoot it in as the Jackets call for a wholesale change there. De Kaiser. Helm, his intended feed for Callahan didn't work. They've given the goal to Nyquist. Tatar getting the assist.
We'll get it figured out. Nice play.
Here comes Andersen.
Oh.
So that must have hit Nyquist on the way through off Johansson's skate. And that's the only way Nyquist would get the goal and it not beat Tatar's. I still don't think, well, I don't know.
It's 2-2. Nice play there by Callahan. And a pretty good scoring chance that Andersen had go by the wayside.
Calvert gets checked by Smith. Glendening came back for Miller. Tootin to the corner. Fedor Tootin gets hit there by Glendening. Dubinsky. Just chipped to center by Calvert. Leg one with a good play to Alfredsson. Coming off the bench to Franzen. Moving right in. The shot. Save me. Rebound. Oh, what a stop. Oh, he got the shaft of the stick on that as Alfredsson had a great attempt. Rink wide to Kaiser. Move through to Franzen. In traffic, Quincy came over, but Matt Calvert able to knock it ahead. Turning is Franzen. Quincy to Sheahan. McElhaney had that arrive quickly, made the save. Johansson knocked it to center. Horton getting to it. Nathan Horton played it back. Jenner's got it. Saved by Howard. So, as of now, Gus Nyquist has a pair, as does Detroit.
Back live here in Columbus. Gustav Nyquist has been given the goal for good reason. He did touch it with his right foot. We're going to show you why. Then it went off the defenseman and into the open net. Watch that right foot right there and the right foot of the Columbus skater. Both feet touch the puck. The bottom line on this rule is that even if he'd have kicked that puck, even if it went off the defender, it's no goal. But he didn't. And Nyquist will get credit for the goal, his second of the night. He remains absolutely as hot. Whoa! What a bounce off the backboards that was.
Carried in by Sheahan. McElhaney took over for Bobrovsky, who is gone with the flu. So he is certainly under the weather, and that's why he didn't come out to start the second. Well, we assumed that. Wow. Here's Smith. So 20 goals now the past 24 games.
He's not done
for
yet.
Gus Nyquist, and 9 goals the past 6. 2 tonight. Just another 2 goals.
What did I say? He's a smaller version of Franzen. He scores them like that, or used to.
Well, can you have him get a little closer to Franzen then right now? Maybe Franzen will become a bigger version of Nyquist.
We'll sit them together on the plane tonight going home. How about that?
Idea.
Pretty amazing.
Kindle. For Helm. Ryan Johansson away from Callahan. Gordon couldn't carry through, and Joachim Anderson. For Quincy to Anderson, skate to stick. Red Wings in the midst of a change is Johansson. Ryan Johansson. Saved by Howard. We'll be back. 2-2 tie in Columbus. Well, that's good news, Mick. And to think, Gus Nyquist, you see what he's done since January 20th, hottest scorer in the National Hockey League. And to think now, he's a 25-goal scorer, and he's playing in only his 47th game of the season. Remember, he missed the first 22 games this season that Detroit had played. He had played 15 games in Grand Rapids and had 21 points and 7 goals in 15 games in Grand Rapids. Scored 4 times his first 5 games with the Red Wings. And since January 20th, you've seen what he does, but 25 goals in 47 games.
Well, he was down there because he could be, really.
That's right.
They had roster issues, and he really was the odd man out. He drew the short straw.
Yep.
At least for a short time, but you can't hold guys like that back forever. You see why.
A hard hit there as Calvert backhanded one in front for Atkinson. Miller got in the way, couldn't kick it out though. As it went off Dubinsky's skate, Miller turns with it.
Right.
Miller again made the play in leg one, softly back as Howard leaves it for DeKaiser.
Time.
The past 5 games, Gus Nyquist has 2 goals in 3 of them.
That's the way to do it, boy.
He does have a hat trick earlier this season, remember? Franzen in front got knocked down as Tootin was all over him.
He's hurt.
Yeah, bent over going to the Red Wing bench is Franzen. At least staying on the bench.
Keith Van Zandt right behind him. Remember, he's had concussion issues, and not small ones either.
Kindle. Didn't get it to Tatar, yet no icing. Wisniewski. Up the middle for Anisimov. He missed it. Brendan Smith. Played back by Shan. In comes Nyquist. To Smith, a shot! And off the glass. Tatar dangling. Pulled it back. Another nice move. But Anisimov stayed with him, and away comes Umberger. It's a 2-on-1 with Foligno. Getting back is Shan. In front, and a good play there to knock away by Kronwall. Point shot, save Howard. Puck is up high. Umberger to Foligno. Loose puck for Nyquist. To the middle. A break there as Tatar across center. They're tired, and they'll send it in. 1:10 to go in period 2. Shots are 20-15 Detroit in a 2-2 tie. Coming back from a pair down of the Red Wings. Elm skates it in, puts on the brakes. And another nice move to get around Horton. There's a shot by Helm off a stick.
Oh, Callahan.
And Callahan had a great chance and just hopped on him.
Oh.
Off Callahan's skate. Johnson back in for the Blue Jackets. Dropped one back. Ryan Johansson with a little fake to the goal. That was cut off by Howard. Anderson. The Jackets, Prout sent one back. Right in by Callahan. Past Prout. Red Wings will go for a quick change here at the concluding moments of the period, but the puck is off Boone Jenner's stick. Up and out of play.
Well, Mitch Callahan isn't going to get much better chance than this. Bad bounce. Nice move by Helm. A couple of them actually. They're playing the puck, not the body. Goes to the net. Look at this. Oh, my. That's baby's going in the back of the net if it doesn't have a bad hop. And there's where Franzen got hit. And was very slow to get up. Went straight to the bench.
A bouncer into Howard, and he'll take the face-off.
Back on the ice is 93. That's good.
Yeah, it looked pretty harmless, the play.
So did the hit, but he took in the head
from Gudas.
Oh, goodness. This might have been more of a midsection, lost his wind.
Big control there on the face-off by Detroit. As the period comes to a close. So Gus Nyquist, just another day at the office with 2 more goals. And Jimmy Howard's been good tonight. All that and more with Darren, Chris, and Mickey in our MGM Grand Detroit second intermission report. And welcome back to Columbus. A 2-2 tie to start the third. Last time in here, the Red Wings and Jackets were tied 1-1 to start the third. So the Red Wings hope for a better 20 minutes than then. Get the $59 fan pack when the Wings are home to play Buffalo Friday, April 4th, or see them face off against Carolina Friday, April 11th. You'll get 2 tickets, 2 hot dogs, 2 soft drinks for just $59. For tickets, visit DetroitRedWings.com. And the Red Wings have been hot at home lately, 8-0-3. Their last 11 have not lost in regulation at the Joe.
Time for our AT&T Uverse Reverse, and it'll be the tying goal, second of the night, by Gustav Nyquist. A little bit of footwork by a couple of players. There's the steal by the Red Wings back in their own zone. It's Tatar again. He's been stealing all night, should have a black mask on, and driving the net is number 14. It goes off of his skate, off the defenseman's skate, into the net. Legal goal, 2-2, and Nyquist is as hot as they get.
And by the way, speaking with Gustav Nyquist of late, and I said, how do you want your name pronounced? Because the guys call you Gus. He said, actually, I prefer Gus. Everyone calls me Gus. I'm here. They did it, Maine. If you don't want to call me Gustav, don't. You want to go with Gus Nyquist, go right ahead. And he's good with that. He said, nobody calls me Gustav. And I said, really? Okay, just around the NHL we do. He said, call me Gus. It's not a nickname. People do. So from now on, if you'd like Mick, we can call him Gus Nyquist, and he's good with it.
That's a good thing. Gustav Nyquist becomes Gus Nyquist. Either way, he's on fire. And our Red Wing player fact brought to you by Motor City Casino Hotel. The kid line with Nyquist coming down, Sheahan and Tatar, with Yurko going out here 2 weeks ago in that game. Nyquist came over, and I would assume that when Yurko comes back, and he may be back Thursday night against Montreal, that Nyquist would go back with Franzen.
Shot by Smith-Stop, and it really doesn't matter where he is, right? He's scoring, so
exactly.
Nice luxury. Yurko, 7th game out tonight. Save made, and Yurko was hurt in here on the cross-check, as we noted earlier, from Blake Como, which wasn't caught by the officials, and he's missed some time since, but just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Last time in here, Jimmy Howard. Isn't it? That's interesting when you think about it. Just realize that. Jimmy Howard didn't play that night. It was Peter Mrazek, because Jimmy Howard had the flu and was curled up in the Red Wing room. And tonight, Sergei Bobrovsky left after one. He's in the fetal position like Jimmy was that night.
It's in the ventilation system.
Is that what it is?
Good thing we didn't go downstairs. We came in by dog sled. There's a little snow here today.
A little bit. There were some flurries.
Yeah, right. Stay away from that bug for sure.
Maybe Bertuzzi was a little too close to him in the first period. Backhanded, not out, given away. Off Johansson's skate.
Well, that was Mrazek coming in was the last second thing, too. It was right before the warm-up.
Bobrovsky, in case you joined us late, started the game but did not come out for period number 2. Curtis McElhaney took over. The Red Wings were down 2-1 after 1. Gustav Nyquist, his second of the night and only goal of the second period. That's where we are now. He's got 25 on the season. Johansson and Dubinsky, power play goals for Columbus in the first. Given up at the line by Umberger as Tatar fed Sheahan. Riley Sheahan's shot goes off to the corner. Tatar, good hustle just to break up the Jackets' clearing attempt. Lashoff missed Sheahan with that, and that'll be an icing in the face-off back in the Detroit zone. Move outshot Columbus, 21-17. with 1:36 gone in the third period. As you look at Canton's James Wisniewski, 2 assists tonight, giving him 35 to lead Columbus and 41 points. He signed that big deal here with Columbus a few years back. Puck left there is Tatar. Put it to the corner. Smith with Umberger. Umberger, the Pittsburgh native. Umberger spent 3 years at Ohio State as Foligno carries it in. And like Mark Letestu, both former CCHA Rookies of the Year. Letestu out there now in front of Howard. Circling the goal, though, with it is Como. And a shot blocked by Shan.
Detroit's got to tighten it up in their own zone here, Ken. Way too loose.
Derek McKenzie to Letestu. Sights were off on that. Tootin keeps in left point. Como and Callahan. McKenzie's got it. Jam to the front of the net. Backhanded. They come up with it again. Derek McKenzie to the goal. Fought off by Howard. Brendan Smith knocked down.
Need a whistle.
Puck's underneath. He'll take the whistle if he can get it. And he does.
Need a whistle on a line change, that's for sure.
And a little rough stuff here, and Callahan in the middle of things, and along with Como, and I'm sure they've informed Callahan, or he knew what Como did to both Brendan Smith and Thomas Jurko in the last meeting in here a few weeks back.
Yeah, he got communicated with, you can bet on it, in his 24 hours here with the Red Wings. And no penalties, that's a good thing on the play. That's what Callahan brings as part of his resume. Look at him chirping. He's giving it to Como at this point in time.
He's a good yapper.
Oh, he is, and he backs it up, too.
And you know his favorite player was? Darcy Tucker, because his dad's from Toronto, a Leaf fan, but he grew up about 10 miles north of Anaheim, not as a Ducks fan, but as an LA Kings fan.
Well, that was when the old days when it was not
Calvert with a shot high and wide.
Not appropriate to be a Ducks fan because the Kings had it all to themselves before the Ducks really got it going. But nonetheless, he'll back it up. And that's why he's been so good for Grand Rapids.
Side of the goal. Good save, Howard, who punched it away.
Detroit's under siege here. They got to get this thing settled down. It's minutes like this, in a game like this, in this situation where you make or break the playoffs. You set the table. And Detroit is in a situation where it's become a 4-team battle for 2 spots, pretty much.
To set the table for you further, Columbus 2 points back of Detroit coming in the game tonight. The Red Wings 7th in the East. And the first wild card spot with 80 points. Columbus just 2 behind with 78. So that's how important this game is. The third and final meeting. Hooked at center was Horton and no call.
How did they not call that?
Brendan Smith brings it in. A sellout crowd here agreeing with it. Although there are many Red Wing fans who are happy about it, but majority are Columbus supporters.
Is that your payback in a different way?
Maybe.
Wow.
Glendening looks to the slot, couldn't make the play, but a good turn from Johansson. And again, Glendening out there against the Jackets' best. Number 19 at center. He's drawn that assignment for quite a bit.
See, there's another play there where you got a left-handed shot, Kronwall on the right-hand point. Very awkward for him, and not a right-handed shot out there. They just don't have that luxury right now.
More and more righties up front for right wingers, but not on the back end. Yep. Ooh, that just skipped wide, and a perfect bounce for Miller to Glendening. Helm going off in a change, so Shane comes on for Miller. Riley Shan now peeling off his Glendening. Shan, look at that big body go to work. Great pass in front, and Tatar had an opportunity. Good spin back by Tatar, and another twirl back. Going to the line with it. Shot by Lashoff, saved by Curtis McElhaney.
Good job for him to fight that puck and make a save through traffic.
Shan off Tatar's skate.
He is so much fun to watch. Bigger guys trying to haul him down. He finds a way to stay competitive, boy. You gotta love him. And he 21.
And he was funny too this morning, Mick, when we asked about whose number was retired in Grand Rapids, and before we gave him the answer that it was Travis Richards, Todd's brother, he said it was retired for me. I played nearly 5 years there. They should. He wasn't wearing 24 though, but he is funny.
He had no idea, right?
No, he didn't. Callahan, who's got it now, lost his helmet. Now we got old-time hockey.
There you go.
Quincy bumping with Como. We could see something here with Callahan and McKenzie and Como all out there. Callahan's already got the hat off.
Como's not a fighter.
No, he's not.
He hasn't been. Now McKenzie is.
Now Callahan goes for a change. Derek McKenzie in back of the net. He fought Drew Miller a year ago. There's a shot that goes high up into the netting and out of play. So 2-2, third period. Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit.
2-2 tie here, 13:49 to go in third period. Mitch Callahan, after 40 minutes, has played 7 minutes and 41 seconds. Pretty good for a fourth-line player. Most of the time they don't play 6 or 7. Really good defensive play by Callahan in the first period, late first period. And he's in the middle of all kinds of things, taking it, giving it out. And he had himself a great scoring chance right there. That puck hadn't have bounced. So the other team knows what they're in for with him already, and he hasn't been here 24 hours.
Must have his place to himself in Grand Rapids. He was sharing a place with Luke Glendening and Riley Shan. They're all up here now.
That means triple the rent?
Maybe, yeah. He can afford it. He can afford it. Yeah. Moved ahead by Legwan. Goes and gets it himself. Loose for Alfredson. Just knocked away. Regains control of it, though, for Brendan Smith. With a good fake to Cronwall. Top of the circle. Passed in front for Legwan. Alfredson to Smith. Sent it toward the goal. All tied up in front was Legwan. It's loose.
Look out. Look out.
Smith pinched in, and a break here on the wing for Calvert. Save Howard. Rebound. All the net is off.
Oh, boy. Now, see the referee.
Point into the goal. Now the net coming off may have no effect on the goal going in, which is why it'll likely count.
Again, they confer. It also may mean who knocked it off. There isn't any question the net's way off when the puck goes in, but I think if you see this replay, it may be Brendan Smith that's responsible for that. Well, yes and no. I guess there's contact back there. It's way off before the puck goes in. So
now the Columbus player, even though knocked it off, however, if the net has no bearing when it's not in uniform position on whether the puck would have gone into the net or not, more often than not, we've seen that called a good goal.
Now this is interesting for another reason. It's the same player that scores the goal that knocks the net off.
So this is going to the situation room back in Toronto, where they review all of these situations. That's it's called the situation room.
2-on-1 and a Brendan Smith pinch. Save Howard, rebound. It's underneath him. See, Smith kind of backs off, and the Columbus player, in his positioning to get the puck in the net, knocks it off by at least a foot. Now, I don't know what to say about this one. The bottom line is, it doesn't really matter whether it's off if you're thinking of that rule, because it was going in the net anyway. But on the second thought, it's off by a foot. Long before the puck entered the net. It might be a timing thing.
Here's the call.
Although the net come off the moorings before the puck went in the net, the Detroit player pushed the Columbus player into the net, knocking it off. Under the rules, it's a good goal.
So he deemed that Brendan Smith was responsible for the net coming off. Our replays don't definitively show you that. That replay doesn't show it to you. It shows Smith in behind.
Well, Cam Atkinson, who'd been a healthy scratch a few times this season. Now has 4 goals and 7 points the past 7 games against Detroit. Mike Babcock obviously doesn't like the call. And Atkinson got the goal. A hard-working goal for him anyway. His 19th of the season. So that tells you a guy like Atkinson with 19, Dubinsky with 14, and yet they've both been healthy scratches. And Atkinson more than Dubinsky. So now the Red Wings have to fight back again in a 3-2 deficit. Jenner to Johansson.
The Columbus goal. This is 19th goal of the season.
Cuts at the line, does Johansson. To Wisniewski.
The assist to number 11, Matt Calvert.
Umberger trying to, or rather Boone Jenner trying to get free. Point shot, wide of the goal. Glendening chopped down Johansson. Quincy whirled back with it for Miller. Tipped by Bertuzzi, and the Red Wings can get a 5-player change here. Calvert and Dubinsky assisting on the Atkinson goal, their first even-strength goal of the night, to make it 3-2. Umberger center. Nyquist is there. He's got both Red Wing goals at even strength. Oh, right in front. Knocked away. Shane's got it. And we've got a penalty coming here. Slashing. It looks to Columbus.
I heard that up here.
There's the linesman, Greg Dvorsky. So Todd Richards' team will be shorthanded.
Yeah, it was a pretty good slash. There it was. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's why I heard it. It was right on the handle of the stick and got a little bit of Riley Shane's fingers. Nick Foligno looks an awful lot like his dad, Mike.
So this just the Red Wings' second Bell Tire power play of the night. 4 for 10 the past 3. And McElhaney Alfredson didn't get what he wanted on him.
He sure didn't. Right off the toe of the stick. Mike was set up. Detroit has not been very good on the faceoffs tonight. After 40 minutes, they were only 38%. So they really need now, especially, to be winning these draws and get control to set up.
On the wing, Alfredson. Back to the line, Kronwall. For Alfredson with Nyquist, Bertuzzi, and Franzen. As the Jackets will get it down the ice again. Up through the middle, Franzen over for Alfredson. Checked immediately, and no good entry there. Still plenty of time on this man advantage, Detroit, to get even in this game. Franzen has Nyquist going. Has to slow down at the line. Bertuzzi off a skate intended for Nyquist. Alfredson. Nyquist was going off. Makes the play back for Kindle, who will turn back as the Red Wings can get set up with the man advantage. So De Keyser is Tatar with them, and Legwand and Shane.
Right now they can't get over the blue line.
Here's Tatar. Back here to Kindle. Tipped by Legwand. Out of play.
You think that this little guy, 21, is not creative and animated and about 15 other adjectives that I can't find? Look what he does here at the blue line where he takes his pass. Look. In the middle of an NHL hockey game, you're on a power play, and he's doing stuff like you do in a practice and getting away with it. Boy, oh boy.
Letestu just sent that puck right off the draw down the ice. DeKaiser left it there. Tatar lost it. Look out here, and it's a break. Letestu in, great play. Oh, and they're going to call
You got to be
slash.
kidding me.
I'll hold you in the booth here as Legwine came
you've
back.
got to be kidding me. And Columbus has got the nerve to call for a penalty shot. Oh, my.
Rob Martel made the call on Legwine.
Huh. Well, we'll take a break and come back and show you. This is unreal. David Legwine in the penalty box. I don't even know what they called this. I guess, I don't know if it's slashing or what it is. The turnover there. And you go ahead and be the judge. Legwine hits the stick. The puck bounces off his stick. We might as well put skirts on them all and put tennis rackets in their hands. This is a joke. Absolute joke. That you can't even touch a player's stick. If that's what's going on here, Pavel Datsyuk will never have another steal in his life. Ridiculous.
Ryan Johansson comes in on this draw with Joachim Anderson. Johansson won another one. His 60th face-off win the past 5 games and just 29 losses. Ryan, you mentioned face-offs earlier. Ryan Johansson has been phenomenal the past 5 games for Columbus. And yet, they're not winning a whole lot.
20 a game? Did you say 5 games?
5 games. 60th face-off win and only 29 losses. Pretty good. Doesn't get through there, though. A break. Here's Miller. Stepping into it. Save by McElhaney. Rebound loose. Miller, a turnaround shot. Couldn't get what he wanted on. Columbus power play. They've got 2 power play goals tonight. Jack Johnson. Ryan Johansson. Wisniewski. Johansson to Johnson. Wisniewski couldn't one-time it. Now takes a wrist shot. Howard got a piece. Came loose in front. Cleared by Kronwall with help from Miller. And off Wisniewski and down.
Well, obviously Detroit, 49 seconds to go, has got to get through this situation to have a chance here to get out of here with at least a point, unlike 2 weeks ago.
Atkinson's got the go-ahead goal. Lost an edge and went down. Chipped ahead. Odd man rush perhaps. Helm up there with Anderson and Quincy. Helm shooting one, got blocked. Got it again though! Oh, and he couldn't put it past the pro McElhaney. Didn't know he stopped it, but with some help from his mates, they hold it out.
Helm had it in his feet. I don't know that he ever really got it out. Puck bounced right to him. Oh, he did. He got a little bit of a tip shot, and McElhaney got his right pad on it. Bouncing all around like a pinball. Boy, there's 2 good chances for Detroit. One by Miller, now that one by Helm. Short-handed.
Only 23 seconds remaining in the slashing penalty to Legwine. Miller got it back to Glendening, who was hooked. I'm trying for you, Mick. If they won't make the calls, we will. Here come the Jackets. Man advantages, tooting to center.
For the integrity of the game, that
Ooh, look out! Oh, and that nearly went in off Howard.
kidding.
There was no netting involved. That was just glass and a stanchion, and that was strange.
Jonathan Quick all over again.
Yes. Penalty over as Legwine's out of the box. Savard at the right point. And Howard was really sharp as a tack right there to just get out of the way. That nearly went in off him. That would have been disastrous. Legwine delays with his team changing. A fake by DeKaiser to Legwine. Bump by Umberger. Legwine in front, finds Franzen somehow. Franzen circling the goal out front. McElhaney the save, and he'll gather in the rebound. Franzen giving Umberger a couple of whacks.
Well, they'll get this maybe figured out, and but let's see if we can look at this. The dump in hit a stanchion. Howard saw it right there, ducked. It hit him in the back of the head, And how that didn't go in, I don't know. He had to hit him on the left side of the head and go out just in front of the far side goalpost. There's that last scrum that you were looking at with 6:56 left in the period, and Foligno reaching in there, grabbing and whacking and hacking.
Good face-off control, Detroit. Point shot, Lashoff. Bodies in front. And it's in the glove of the Columbus netminder, who took over for Bobrovsky to start the second. 1-800-HANSONS brings you the report card on this Jackets power play, which has 2 tonight. And their first power play goal since March 4th. Over 9 games, they were 0 for 35. And going back to the 10th game, 0 for 36 till they struck for 2 tonight. Failed on that last attempt. Ooh, a hard hit by Franzen into Johnson, and the point shot from Quincy held by Curtis McElhaney, who's been a traveled netminder through his time in the National Hockey League.
Franzen with a pretty good belt on Jack Johnson, but he hit him first before he got up in the air. That might have been another call. Seen that call a lot. Another win by Johansson on the faceoff.
This will roll down if...
Get a break. Yeah, they did. No. Whoa,
Wow,
wait a
that
minute.
was late. Okay.
Miscommunication here. Now the 2 linesmen, the referee will talk. They're going to go center ice, I'll bet, with this. Well, we've had more confab tonight than needs to be happening. But they're going to leave it, I guess. Deep zone faceoff. All that over an icing.
Another face-off win here by the Red Wings. Shan got it back. Nyquist, Kronwall, and no traffic in front, and an easy stop for 6'3" netminder, the 30-year-old Curtis McElhaney. Well, you can see the Wings take on the Boston Bruins Wednesday, April 2nd at 8 o'clock. First 7,500 fans at a Red Wings dome, courtesy of Fox Sports Detroit. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com now or call 313-471-7575 during normal business hours. Yeah, April in the D almost upon us.
No kidding. You never know by the weather, but
no.
That's about to change come Thursday.
Is it?
It is.
You are the weatherman.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
You're guaranteeing weather.
Absolutely.
That's tough.
Yeah. Cabin fever's about to break.
Calvert chipped it. Quincy, good recovery. And then Shan, second man in. Calvert again played it back. Tatar reached in. It's poked past him. Wisniewski at the point, hit Tatar's stick. To the line for Tootin. Saved by Howard. Rebound. Oh, good toe stop there. Now the net's off a second time, and once again, it's Cam Atkinson. But Howard made a really good left pad save off the rebound.
Sure did. Well, we're going to wind her down here for you. 5:57 to go. Columbus is up by a goal. And we'll be right back to wrap it all up for you. Nice save by Howard for sure.
Yeah, well, that's some good news for Detroit in that the Leafs have now lost 6 in a row. So you'd think that the Leafs are in Philadelphia on Friday night, would likely go with James Reimer there, and then they have to come back and travel while Detroit will be waiting for them Saturday night. We'll have it for you on Fox Sports Detroit from the ACC, and we'll likely see Jonathan Bernier, who struggled with some goals tonight in his return for the Leafs. So they've dropped 6 in a row, and we'll be in there on Saturday night. First, though, another original 6 at the Joe on Thursday night, and first, though, the Red Wings need a goal here to get even in this one.
They do, because Columbus is 2 points back coming into tonight. And in a 4-team race, the Washington Caps are in a shootout with the LA Kings in Washington tonight. It's Washington with 79, Columbus 78, Detroit and Toronto with 80. And that's an icing. So it's become pretty much a 4-team race, because the Canadians are up on Buffalo tonight 2-0. I thought Detroit had a chance at one point. They still do, mathematically, but it's not likely they're to catch Montreal for that third spot, the guaranteed playoff spot. However, they got 2 games in hand, and they got Montreal on Thursday night.
And back in there.
Right.
Building as well.
Yeah.
So they got Montreal twice.
It's an outside chance, but if Montreal wins tonight and goes to 89 and Detroit doesn't get a point and stays at 80, it's going to be a long shot.
Speaking of a long shot, Kronwall's just missed the net as Smith got it through to Riley Shane. Back to the point for Brendan Smith. Picked up by Shane, showing those good hands. In back of the goal, Tatar. Good fake there. Kronwall jumps into it. Gives it off to Nyquist. Back in, Kronwall. Knocked away. Calvert just loops one out to center as the Red Wings had some pressure on them there. The Jackets with just 1 win their past 4 games since losing only once in 8 in regulation. Like Toronto, Columbus has stumbled. The Red Wings got back on track. That's why the race is what it is now.
That's why a point here for Detroit could be the point that puts them into the playoffs in the long run. Just 1 point tonight.
Franzen, good move. Into the Jacket zone. Cuts back to the middle. Oh, and Alfredsson just a little too deep. Came out across the line as DeKeyser couldn't keep it in. For David Legwand. Quincy waits. Gets it back. And DeKeyser had it picked off at center. Loose puck for Miller. Then he got checked. And then moved by Bertuzzi. The return pass, a drop pass at center for Helm. Wasn't a good one. Johansson, save Howard. Johnson, shot blocked in front. Up high and off the glass. DeKeyser pins Jenner. To the point. Schultz shot sailed high off the glass. Horton put it into the corner. Boone Jenner came out with it. To Horton, quick shot, just wide, short side. Aaron Helm with a good move, got dumped or went down. They must have ruled, just lost an edge. Schultz with it, around to Savard. Quickly to center, Columbus wants a change. So do the Red Wings, as Smith 1-on-4. Anisimov hit there by Tatar. Kronwall getting over. Knocked Umberger down. Tatar at center, left for Sheahan. Now on to Tatar. Tatar with a shot. Glanced off Wisniewski. Moving in goes to Kaiser. Foligno for Columbus. Safely off the glass and a bouncing puck. No one knew where it was. Finding it though was Tatar across center and in. Oh, he didn't like how Foligno got a piece of it. Nick Foligno just got it to center ice. Just over 2 to play in regulation. Red Wings 1-2-1 at the Joe on October 15th and lost here 4-1 March 11th. Final meeting of the season. Quincy kept it in. He's got it again and a save. McElhaney up into the netting.
It's a dandy. No wonder we'll get a timeout here with 1:44 to go. And a deep face-off in the Columbus zone. It was a rolling puck for Quincy, but he just wound up and ripped it. Nice stop by McElhaney. And somebody has called a timeout. Not sure which side. And Howard is going to the bench, at least for a conversation.
Detroit has called timeout, Vic.
He may stay there. Which would be high for Mike Babcock at 1:45 to go or 1:44 to go, but we'll see when they come out. of that meeting. And in the meantime, we'll give you our Miller Time moment brought to you by Miller Lite. It'll be the 2 goals scored by number 14, Gus Nyquist, tonight to add to his total of 6 last week. As NHL Player of the Week, he's been on fire. Came into the game leading the Red Wings by far with 23 goals. And
here's what he's done of late
tonight. Boy, pretty good stuff. He just needs some help from somebody else to score.
Third multi-goal game. The past 5.
Jimmy Howard will stay, Ken, it looks like. 1 minute and 45 seconds. Riley Sheahan has won some face-offs here in the last few minutes. He's out there to take the draw.
Howard's on the bench. Alfredsson's got it. Kronwall firing, hit a stick and deflected over top of the net, and ricochets all the way back down as Tatar goes for it. Tatar, Nyquist, Alfredsson, Kronwall, Tatar right in front of his own goal. Sheahan and Franzen. Dubinsky, McKenzie, and Cam Atkinson, who's got the difference maker right now. Nyquist had it bounce back his way. Nothing new the way things have gone for him lately. He gets hauled down to the ice.
Did too.
Tatar and Franzen both in there. Came free to Alfredsson. Swings it across, knocked down Kronwall. Backhanded, gobbled up by Curtis McElhaney. With 62 seconds to go in the third period.
Here you got a bit of old-time hockey going on now, finally. Not earlier in the game with all those cheap calls that were made. But here, in this situation with less than 2 minutes left, Nyquist will go for, with a referee in tow, to get a new stick.
I hope it's as hot as the other ones.
A lot of holds going on down there. See if Sheahan can win another face-off. Kick the other one back to the right point.
Red Wings with 32 shots tonight.
Did it again.
1 minute of play remaining in the period.
Nyquist. Kronwall to the net, and again, no rebound.
Boy, oh boy. Nobody there in front. You just can't put that puck there. These goalies are sucking it up like a sponge. One more time, they expect Sheahan to win a face-off.
Well, he's winning him right side, winning him left side, and their best, Johansson, to take it against him. This time, Johansson got it back to Tooten. Off the skate of Alfredsson and out. Alfredsson turning. Backhanded in. Tooten's got it. And then jammed out to center. Kronwall, less than a half minute to go. Third period, Franzen brings it through. Played off a skate. Cleared by Columbus. And this will be an icing.
And there'll be no more time on the clock. I think they did a good job to stop it when they needed to.
So Bertuzzi and Helm and Legwan and Anderson. Smith and DeKaiser. Net empty Detroit. Draw one, Wisniewski. Brendan Smith able to keep it in. Back of the goal, Bertuzzi. Gets checked by Tooten. Puck near side with 10 seconds left. That's going to do it. Ryan Johansson across center, and he scores. He opened the scoring, and he closes the scoring. He's got 29 goals on the season.
Sour pills for the Red Wings to take in here. Now in back-to-back games, 2 weeks apart. But give Columbus credit. They've found a way to win. This young guy's one of their long-term studs for sure, Johansson. And they will now tie Detroit with 80 points. The only advantage the Red Wings have over Columbus and Toronto is they've got the regulation and overtime wins, at least for now. rate. So 3 teams with 80 points. And the Washington game, we don't know the final error. They were in a shootout.
Look at that logjam with Toronto's loss tonight at home to St. Louis.
Washington lost, Ken, in the shootout to LA. It's back-to-back wins for LA. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is nuts. 4 teams with 80 points. Those are the 4 teams that are right now going to go for the last 2 playoff spots. Columbus, Detroit with 10 left. Washington only 9. Toronto only 8. We're in Toronto next Saturday. We're done with Columbus. Boy, oh boy, and we're done with Washington.
And that's up to date, Mick, because Washington shootout point loss.
There's your ROWs right there. That's your first tiebreaker. Washington 25, Detroit at 28. Columbus has the advantage right there on all of them. And Toronto with 27. So the Blue Jackets really have a stranglehold on that tiebreaker. Wow, what a mess. And our play of the game, brought to you by Big Boy, will be the Atkinson goal that was deemed to be the net knocked off by Brendan Smith. Arguable if you're a Red Wing fan, but nonetheless, that's the winning goal in our Big Boy play of the game. Red Wings go down twice in 2 weeks to Columbus after being tied after 40 minutes.
Let's send it to Mickey York for Red Wings Live.